I made 2 YouTube channels using AI, but I let AI do all the work, from the script to the scenes, to the SEO, to the channel name, to the type of channel, absolutely everything. My first AI channel was born by me asking ChatGPT to give me a concept around horror stories. Write horror stories that, when read, would take approximately 10 minutes. And ChatGPT returned me 5 kind of summaries of stories that it could write. I then followed up with it and I said, take the perspective of a famous short story horror writer and bring the story to life from the first sentence or the story of the doll maker. And I think it delivered with this first line.
As I sit in my study, surrounded by leather-bound books and flickering candlelight, I am filled with a sense of dread as I recall the tale of the doll maker.
That's pretty good. Then I followed up, I said, imagine you want to create a YouTube channel surrounding the telling of these stories using synthetic voices. Write the name of the channel, the description, the style of the profile, and so on. So it says Chilling Tales with GPT, gives me a great description of the channel, and then it goes on to tell me what the profile picture should look like. And I literally copy and pasted this into Midjourney, and this was the output. Pretty chilling. Next was the banner. Same thing. I took that description and I put it directly into Midjourney and got this beautiful image out. Next, we have the synthetic voices. Here, it says that it should be deep, menacing, slightly robotic, with a hint of echo to give it a haunting and otherworldly feel. Well, you already heard it for yourself. And I got that voice from Meucci.org. You can see here that they're offering a bunch of different audiobooks with some samples of what their audio AI can do. And for me, I found a voice there that just nailed it for this short story. Okay, then ChatGPT says each video thumbnail would feature an eye-catching and suspenseful image related to the story being told. It could be a close-up of a doll's face, for example. That was pretty scary. Then I said, take that last story you wrote and let's add in some more chilling narrative and description. Let's then double that story's length. Next, I said, hey, write an SEO-filled description for the video of the doll maker to drive in organic viewers. Copy, paste. Then I said, what are the optimal SEO tags? It gave me a bunch, but of course I said, hey, write those in a comma-separated list, and it delivered. Copy and pasted. Then I said, create a good post for a first post on a 0-follower Facebook page that is linking to a reel that is kind of a preview to that horror story. And it gave me these with hashtags. Solid first post. Now, for the actual imagery that goes along with text, I quite literally copied each one of these paragraphs and put them into Midjourney with kind of a pretext of horror story, book, dark and scary. And you can see here, I got some great imagery. And I just kind of followed this rinse and repeat process with each one of those paragraphs, kind of did some variations, upscaled them, of course, the images that I wanted, and added those straight into the timeline to make this short story. You can see all of the great images that I generated through this process. And I present to you a taste of the final result.
The doll maker. As I sit in my study, surrounded by leather-bound books and flickering candlelight, I am filled with a sense of dread as I recall the tale of the doll maker. A story so chilling it has stayed with me all these years, whispered from one generation to the next, like a curse.
So there you go, and if you want to hear the full story, go ahead and check it out at My Scary Story. Now, we all know ChatGPT excels in writing stories, but what about writing an actual script for a YouTube video? And that's kind of what this channel is based upon. So let's see how it does. Okay, for this next channel, I started with write a YouTube script for a faceless YouTube channel that should gain 1,000 views in 1 hour. ChatGPT delivers a pretty good script. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Brand new video is gonna blow you away. Top 10 life hacks. First tips about organization, then saving money and staying healthy. Those are good tips. But then here it says, and so on with additional tips. And I mean, so then, of course, I had to follow up and say, take that script and expand it with all 10 of the tips, please. And ChatGPT delivers, and we could see these are also on point and different than all of the other tips, so that's great. The next thing was to ask ChatGPT to provide descriptions of the video scenes that should go along with the tips. And then you can see here that we have an excellent setup of kind of the video sequence that should go along with the script. The next thing I did was ask it to create a highly appealing name for the video and the channel, which it did. Then I copy and pasted those. I asked about SEO for the description and copy and paste that. And then I asked again, what should the profile picture and the channel banner look like? And I essentially got this from Midjourney, which I did upscale, did a little editing, and we have our banner. But now we need the imagery. You might remember tip 3, which says a close-up of a healthy breakfast such as oatmeal and fruit. I jumped over to Pexels, which has free stock footage, typed in healthy breakfast, and you can see the actual clip I used, but there are many to choose from, and that is awesome. Then I went over to Veed.io. I uploaded my video, which would look something like this, and then I added in subtitles, which you can do automatically or add manually, and they basically come out like this, and that is awesome. And this is the final result.
Tip number 3 is all about staying healthy. Start your day with a healthy breakfast, such as oatmeal with fresh fruit and nuts. This will give you the energy you need to power through the day and keep you feeling great.
The possibilities are truly limitless, just like the amount of likes that this video could get. So help a fellow human out. Use your human thumbs, fingers, or even your nose if you're outside in the cold wearing gloves. It's an expert move, I know. And hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.